Yeah. All right. I'm live. Thanks for tuning in to the Mr. Show. Conversations that add value. I Red Pill Rickster. Doing it live, doing it like this. Shout out to our team, Canada 416. Six Boss, right here. All right, this show, I'm going to talk about why older men like to date younger women. I mean, there's so many good reasons, so many positives, pros, and there's definitely cons, but we're going to talk about the reasons why older men do like to date younger women. It ain't no joke. I got some information, but off the top of my head, I'm going to tell it like this, yo. Younger women are fun. Just more fun. Just that word alone. Fun is it. Not as damaged. Usually don't have any kids for the most part. Maybe one. Spontaneous goes with fun. So we're going to say they're very spontaneous and we like that. We like spontaneity. All right. Another thing is, you see the defeats in life? There's no accumulation of the defeats that are in life. Life is hard, and life is rough sometimes, and those defeats in life could really weigh down a person and cause them some trauma that they got to go through. Younger women usually don't have that. I'm going to get into the show. All right, check this out. You can teach them new things and new experiences. You can create experiences with younger women. With these older women, not so much. She's already been in the Benz. She's already been to Dubai. She's already been on a yacht. Bruh. And of course, it keeps us feeling young. I want you in my life, young chicks. Big up Shinehead and King Jammy is on the rhythm tracks. All right, so let's get into it. It's the Mr. Show, I Red Pill Rickster. And why is it that older men like to date younger women? I got some more statistics.
Obviously, he dates young, hot women.
Check this out.
Typically, once they turn age 25, he cuts them off.
When you're dating a 20-year-old and you're in your 40s, they don't have anything to base this back. They have no experience. The experience is the teacher of life.
Older men date significantly younger women because women their own age don't want them.
Right?
I am 54. I don't really want to date a 27-year-old or a 31-year-old. Just endless male privilege. And here we are, 48 hours past the date, and I have not heard a word, even though I have reached out.
Younger woman, please stop dating these old-ass dudes.
Can't hide it. There are tears of frustration this week.
She's damaged. All because a 40-year-old wants to be living his best life.
Any guy who goes after a girl significantly younger than them is severely lacking.
Bruh. She's wrong.
Yep, that's right. Wherever there is a happy 40-year-old man just enjoying his life with a beautiful 24-year-old on his arm, wherever there is a happy 40-year-old man just enjoying his life with a beautiful 24-year-old on his arm, there's always a sour, angry 40-year-old trying to kill that relationship.
I think it's super important for young women to understand the reasons older men want to be with you. They are looking for somebody to easily control and manipulate.
When they find out they've been lied to.
Many women spend their 20s becoming educated and financially stable. When they finally achieve independence and look for men who've done the same, they realize the men are not looking for powerful, independent women in their 30s.
Now, instead of taking this newfound knowledge and going, maybe we should rethink things, they actually double down and...
Hold on. Did you hear what she said? She said by the time she goes through her 20s doing all that career crap and all that stuff, she realizes that's not what men's looking for. We don't care about that. Men don't care about what career you have, how powerful you are at your job and stuff. What's your aspirations on having kids, and what's your body count?
Now try to shame men for not wanting them.
They're actually looking for attractive younger women in their 20s that will make them feel powerful.
Ooh, you can just taste the bitterness
and
dripping off the screen.
And fun.
Please drop a like on the video if you agree that this is a fully self-induced problem.
Shout out to the content creator here that put together this video, and that I'm talking over him and he's talking over them and stuff. So respect to this content creator, right? Every time.
The women are now trying to blame on men, and comment down below what you think. And so, when your own dating pool is seeing an outflux of handsome, successful 40-year-olds running over to the 24-year-olds and having a blast while doing so, then of course you have to go on the attack by pretending as if they're out there protecting these young, naive, fragile little 22-year-olds as if they're newborn babies.
Yo, one thing I know is that older women, they compete with these young chicks. Why? You see older men, we see ourselves in that young man, and then we see ourselves as that young man, and we give advice. Women seem to see themselves like competing with the young girl that they're giving advice to. So it's never really truly hardcore, actual good advice. That's just my opinion still. So leave a like or a hate in the comments. I'm there for you.
Guys date younger women because they're easily manipulated. They're gonna be very happy with a few crumbs.
Especially those that are much younger than you, because kind of seems like they might be a little easier to control.
They're looking for someone easier to impress, to manipulate and mold.
I think it also depends on how old the younger person is.
Right.
To me, I think by 30, it's a fair playing field.
Right. Now, funny enough, every once in a while, women will accidentally let it slip.
Right. So I did have some information on that. It's called a dating age rule. Did you know that there was a dating age rule? So apparently the way it goes is that the dating age rule is to determine socially acceptable age differences in partners. It goes something like this. So half of your age plus 7. So, okay, pretend that you were 40 years old. Say you're 40 years old. What would be considered socially acceptable in the age difference? So you're 40 years old, so you go half of your age, which would be 20. And then it says to add 7. So 27 would be the acceptable age for a 40-year-old person to be dating. And I'm not too sure if this is specific to men or I think it's men to women, right? So I wonder if it's the same thing from a woman to a man, right? Let's continue.
That they actually do understand why men in their 30s and 40s want to date a 24-year-old, and that it has nothing to do with controlling or manipulating.
Which is why
Hold on. And it's also very biological. Back in the 1800s, tell me if I'm wrong. They used to date, by 15 and 16. Yeah, by 15 and 16, these young girls were married. So now we changed the laws and we've upped the age range. And that's a good thing, right? But they still were getting married by the time they were 18, fully married, 19, 2, 3 kids. That's how it was back in the 1800s, at least. All right, continue on. Let's see what's going on. Right? No more cutting, all right? Did I say cutting? Yo, I didn't mean that, okay. All right, check it out.
That they actually do understand why men in their 30s and 40s want to date a 24-year-old, and that it has nothing to do with controlling or manipulating.
Which is why I think older men sometimes date younger women, because it's easy. There's an easiness to it. They're not as damaged by life and jaded and all the other things that happen.
I have them too. I'm an older woman with, job problems and kid problems. But it's nice to kind of be with somebody who you can just get away from.
She has what problems and what problems? I didn't hear that clearly. She has what problems and...
The other things that happen.
I have them too. I'm an older woman with, job problems and kid problems. But it's nice to kind of be with somebody who you can just get away from all of that.
You see, the reality of it all is that women in their 20s are much more spontaneous, easygoing, and are simply looking to have fun, which older women will classify as being naive and easy to manipulate because the younger woman doesn't have the same goals as her. So as you can see, older women keep yelling that they have their own house, their own cars, and that they pay their own bills, as if that's some sort of flex. I mean, who the hell else was supposed to do that? You're a single 40-year-old woman, you should pay your own bills. That's just basic functioning as an adult.
I guess baby daddy was supposed to do it.
But as soon as men say, okay, you say you don't need us, bye, and start dating 24-year-olds, then all of a sudden, it's please date women your own age. So older women, listen up. You can't tell two consenting adults that they can't be in a relationship simply because you are jealous.
Which, as some of you may know from my last video.
I see that. So that was that video. Okay, so yeah, it's true. If you're a consenting adult and it's legal in your state, with older women, you need to let it go, yo. You need to, we understand that you're getting up there and you want to still compete. Why? You should be locked down and you should be good in the situation that you're in right now. Moving along.
Is a serious mental illness. I think a lot of younger women confuse age with wisdom, and older women are not necessarily wise. And many older women are dealing with the accumulation of life's disappointments. And because
And because of that, they've given up and they're defeated. They have a defeated mindset because a lot of the boxes in their life went unchecked. So for a lot of women, getting older sucks. And it's very traumatizing for a woman to accept that her beauty is fading, that her fertility is waning, or having to face the transition of menopause. No woman wants to be thought of or considered as dried up or expired.
Those words, dried up and them thing, that really bothers women. But, you know, there is something that I do have a question on. Is like, when does a woman realize that she's like a little bit overweight and that she's never going to lose that weight anymore? Like, there's a point where it's almost like you're never going to lose that weight anymore. And I want women to lose weight. I want women to live longer and stay fit. So just lose some weight. It's a simple thing, yo.
Very traumatizing for a woman to accept that her beauty is fading, that her fertility is waning, or having to face the transition of menopause. No woman wants to be thought of or considered as dried up or expired. You know, my mother calls it drying up like a prune.
Ouch.
And all women, you know, no matter the age, still want to feel like they still got it going on. You know, older women do not like being reminded that they are past the altar of their sexual prime. Older women do not like being reminded that they have more years behind them than ahead of them. Generationally, younger women remind older women that they're getting up in age. And when women get older, they have to accept that they no longer have their pick of the litter, right? And that their milkshake is no longer bringing the boys to the yard. And when you're a woman of a certain age, you become invisible to men who aren't your sons, your grandsons, or your husband. With frenemies, especially because I'm a hypergamous Black woman. Because Black women as a group are expected to be the cliche and the punchline. Black women are expected to be...
Yo, this part here kind of bothers me still, because what the women of today don't understand are our queens, our empresses. Wow. What you're failing to understand right now these days is that it's really bothering me. You know, the whole world looks at the Black woman. They love your style. They love how you sing. They love how you energy. They love how you look and do makeup and you know, fashion and everything. But you seem to somehow be the brunt of all the jokes. Non-married, very combative, always warring, disrespecting their baby daddy, this brother in jail, and they doing this dude and doing that.
You become invisible to men who aren't your sons, your grandsons, or your husband.
All right, continue.
With frenemies, especially because I'm a hypergamous Black woman. Because Black women as a group are expected to be the cliche and the punchline. Black women are expected to be the statistic, right? And Black women are expected to settle for leftovers, for dust, for crumbs. Black women are supposed to subscribe to struggle love, but they are never expected to glow up, to thrive in their femininity.
Right.
So when they do, they get a lot of hate, which is why you need to subscribe to this channel.
And subscribe to this one. So that's the truth right there. I mean, when a woman says that she wants to just thrive in her femininity, she wants to do all the things that Granny did or her mom did, and then she gets all this hate on the internet. I mean, like, what can that really do? What can that really do to your psyche, yo? You think you're doing the right thing, but everyone's telling you you're doing the wrong thing, but you know it's the right thing to do. Is to be a good, nice, feminine, pretty, beautiful woman.
Now, older Black women are a bit more nuanced and complicated when it comes to aging, because as Black women, you know, in our faces, we tend to physically age slower and more gracefully because of our melanin, but don't get it twisted. Some Black does crack, and don't get it twisted. Older Black women still tend to be overweight, out of shape, and obese. Older Black women tend to lack companionship because with Black women, there are a smaller pool of men to choose from, qualified Black men to choose from, right? And after a certain age, the pickings of decent Black men are slim to none. This is why a lot of older Black women can be very envious and territorial of their sons' intimate relationships.
And they can be very territorial of the man that they currently have when around younger hot chicks. Hot gal them. I love to see hot gal, and I love to see. Oh gosh, shout out to Capleton. Thanks a lot for tuning in to the Mr. Show. I Red Pill Rickster. Doing it like this. Thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you again soon.